If you don't know about Fulio's case, the Florida rapper who they murdered, right? This is one of the killers, right? One of the person who was involved, right? Let's get into it, man. For those who don't know, do your research.
Well, it all came crashing down. She just effed herself over tremendously. It just got...
She basically trying to say she wasn't involved. She didn't know what was going on. Yeah.
Bad for her, bruh. It's almost certain she's gonna spend the rest of her life in prison. And of course, I'm talking about Alicia Andrews, one of the murder suspects in this Foolio homicide. All right? Now, her defense attorney on day one, in our last video, we covered it, right? Their entire defense for Alicia Andrews was, she was with her boyfriend the weekend in Tampa when Foolio died.
Shout out to Flacco. If y'all want to see his channel, check him out. I think it's Flacco.
But the boyfriend was involved. She was not involved. She's not a gang member. She's not involved in this beef. She had no idea what was going on. She was just in the car. He used her phone to drop the low of Foolio to the killers, but he did it without her.
Also, I'm in Tampa, right? And when I was homeless back in the day, well, homeless to the point where I didn't even have a car, right? Now I got a van, right? So this same hotel he got killed in, I used to sleep in that hotel like a lot. I used to bounce around the hotels a lot. So when I heard that he was keeping his birthday party there, I couldn't believe it. It was literally right where I was at, right where I was living, right? So, and then all this happened, but I was like, damn, that's crazy.
She was just there for the ride.
It's a bad assumption. Because there's no way of knowing. Although the cell phone data shows that that line was open and there was communication between the two phones, there's no way of knowing whether Isaiah Chance was the talker or the listener. And even if Isaiah Chance was the talker, there's no way to know whether he was using explicit language that Alicia Andrews could understand.
I think Isaiah was her boyfriend. I think he was one of the shooters. So she trying to hold him down, right? Now loyalty is all good, but not in a situation where you killing people, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of what. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to shed blood like that, right?
So, when in the interrogation...
But you want to be gang, right? You want to hold it down for a clown, right? Because if he was a real man, he wouldn't put you through no shit like that. Plus, you know what I'm saying? But hey, at the end of the day, that's what they like, right? You want the bad boy? Go get him. Go get him. All the good men, we good over here. We chilling, you know what I mean? We ain't stressing it. A good one come along, cool. She don't, keep it moving. Go, y'all can have it. Now you about to go live the rest of your life in jail. If not the rest of your life, you're still doing a couple years that you're literally wasting. Like, you know how, if you only know how precious time is, your time, how valuable your time is to spend it in jail or prison, you crazy, bro. Crazy.
Detective Ramos asks Alicia Andrews what Isaiah Chance was saying, and she says, I don't know. It was the truth. She didn't know. And there is no evidence whatsoever.
Hell nah. They drove from Jacksonville to Tampa, bro. Jacksonville to Tampa is a couple hours, if I'm not mistaken, right? Within that time, you're trying to tell me you know nothing about what was about to go down. Nothing. And they didn't, it was gang war. So they already know they didn't like each other, right? So it's like, bro, what? How you don't know, bro? Like, that shit don't make no sense. You love him. That's another thing. If you love a person that much that you willing to be loyal to them that much, obviously you're gonna know majority of every little thing that's going on. Y'all gonna talk about majority of shit, right? Especially if he wants you to have his back in situations where he's about to F up, right?
To the contrary.
And excuse the fact that him and her stalked Julio the entire night, went to every spot that he was at.
Exactly.
And kept dropping the location.
Exactly. They stalked him. That's another thing. They stalked him. But she want to act like when it all, you know, when it's going down, she want to act like she didn't know shit. How you fuck? Like, who you trying to fool, bro? And her lawyer, who was the guy in the suit, the blue, whatever color suit, he was talking for her, because obviously it's a business at the end of the day. He gets paid to defend her, right? So he got to go with what, you know, whatever best information she has for him to, you know, curve it. Because that's the system, you know. It's like proven until it's innocent until proven guilty. That's how it goes. Regardless if you did the crime or not. If you got if you did the crime and you got off, that don't mean you're not a murderer. It just means that it's innocent until proven guilty. You just wasn't, you know, proven guilty. That's just what it is. Because the courts, the people in the judge, they wasn't there at the scene. They didn't know this was about to happen. Nobody knew.
But she didn't know who Julio Foolio was. She didn't know what was going on. She didn't know none of the killers. Man, bro, when the prosecutors came, they shut down that entire defense, bro. They shut down that entire she's innocent, she's oblivious act, man. The prosecutors first destroyed that entire argument by providing text messages that she sent to her friend a couple years ago, saying that she wanted Julio Foolio dead.
And she specifically told you that she was aware that he was in a gang. Is that correct?
She was aware that he was tied in or affiliated within a gang, yes.
And then the defendant then texts back to you, and this is January 21st of 2021, 8:39 a.m. Girl, I don't like Foolio. LMFAOOO, ugly ass. He need to die.
That's something she sent. That's a text message she sent, I think, a couple years back. On top of that, it got scenes where she's laughing in the courtroom and shit. Bruh, the devil, bro. If the devil was a person, that's her, bro. She's such a Jezebel, bro. No cap. Now, there's a lot of good women out there in the world, just like there's bad. And she's one of the bad ones, bro. Like, no cap, right? That's crazy. So you don't want to view all women the same way, and you don't want to view all men the same way, because, you know, they'll show you who they are, right? The devil will show you who he is. You just got to pay attention, all right?
SHID, that was will friend, and then FUCK, that code, and SHIT, bitch, he shot me and my friend died, question mark, question mark, question mark. Yeah, I'm pointing out who did it. What's she saying there? What's she talking about?
Well, she's referring to somebody that had just died that we know. So,
in this gang war?
Yeah, we're basically just gossiping.
Okay, I understand that, but who was it in this gang war that she personally knows?
Personally?
Yes, you're saying that you were talking about a friend that just died.
Will, that was the only person that we both know.
Will at Rains High School, is that, or who else?
That's it.
Bruh, you really gonna sit in that courtroom and play in them folks' faces, bro? Why do black folks think they smarter than the police? Why do black folks think they can outsmart the police and it never works out well for them?
Facts,
that
bro.
innocent act went out the window as soon as them white folks took the podium, bro, and started putting this case together.
Facts.
Talking about she was never a part of the group. She was never a part of a gang. She's not involved in their issues. But you texting your friend saying you wish him to die.
Exactly.
So, yeah, we got the motive now.
Exactly.
You wanted him to die because he dissed your friend, which is why you helped your boyfriend stalk Foolio from club to club to club to from place to place to place. And you gave your boyfriend your phone to call the killers as y'all stalked Foolio and dropped his location. It's over with, bruh. And I should have known, to be honest, when I seen her defense attorney sip some water in the middle of his opening statement. I should have known right then and there, bruh, this big cook, man. Right? But I had my hopes out, man, because that's a black man on national television representing in a public trial with this much publicity. I was proud for a moment. But when I seen that brother, man, take a sip of water, when I see him start his opening statement from his seat, yelling with no mic on, I said, all right, bruh, I know what this is, man. Right? This man trying to be on reality TV afterwards. The one thing that should never have DEI is an attorney where you are risking life in prison. I'm sorry, bruh. I don't care if my attorney black, blue, purple, green, orange, yellow. Just don't take a sip of water in the middle of the opening statement. But again, that's the least of her worries, bro.
Let's speed it up.
Because the prosecutors is quiet, saying nothing, asking for your lawyer and figuring out in court. But this interrogation footage single-handedly destroyed her entire argument of, I was just there for the ride. I didn't know what was going on. Because you know who don't have to lie? You know who don't have to make up things to hide their tracks? Somebody's who innocent, who obviously didn't know what was going on.
Facts.
We're not going to play the entire interrogation footage. It's about an hour and like 50-minute long. Okay, first off, why was you in them folks' face?
Yeah, I watched it. If you guys want to check it out, I'm sure if you type in Julio's killer, it should pop up. I watched the whole thing. She's definitely slow in her head. You could see something's wrong, bro. She ain't all there, bro.
For an hour and 50 minutes.
Because she was talking a whole lot of crap.
For an hour and 50 minutes? Yo, little girl, man. Like, cut it out. Okay? But also, too, we're not going to play it, but what we would do is
the Ring camera footage from the Airbnb that the defendant stayed at.
Is that the same video that we've shown here today in court?
Yes, it is, ma'am.
And did she identify herself in that Airbnb video?
Yes, she did.
At some point, did you show her a video of the McDonald's?
Yes.
Did you ask her who was the driver?
Yes.
Did she?
Okay, I'm assuming this is the homicide cop who was interrogating her when in the interview.
Ever in the entirety of your interview provide you with the driver's name?
No.
Did you ask her about why she was wearing the COVID mask?
Yes.
And what did she say in reference to the mask?
Two separate things. At first, she said that she was worried about getting sick because of her pregnancy status. And then the second thing was that she uses it to block the smoke at clubs.
Okay. I'm going to show you State's Exhibit number 78.
Oh, so she was pregnant too. That could be a reason why she trying to be loyal to her murderer boyfriend. You know what I mean? Her hating ass boyfriend. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these people be on some hating shit. Because he was a big rapper, right? He was living good, right? Now, yeah, that gotta be it too, bro. That has a lot to play with it too. Hate, period. Hate. You know what I mean?
At some point, did you confront her with being in the drive-thru in the car at the McDonald's?
Yes.
Damn, they caught her at the McDonald's too, bro. Like, how crazy is that, bro?
Who's that at the window in that?
When they were doing the investigation, all these things they was looking at to track them, basically to make that paper trail, right? That case, right? So just imagine. So that means they all around Tampa following him. Because I remember before even this happened, I would see certain clips on social media of him posting saying where his party gonna be at and people are invited and shit like that, right? And I already knew from the time where he posted, I already know where he was at too, right? I've been there many times. I lived in Tampa for years, so you know what I mean? Both Miami and Tampa, so.
Silver Chevy Cruise.
Co-defendant Davion Murphy.
Okay, can you take a look and watch what he's doing?
That's them right there, bro. That's crazy. Caught them through the window of the camera, bro. That's crazy. Crazy work, bro. Crazy
Can you tell us
work.
what he's doing?
He appears to be smoking a black and mild.
Okay.
You know how God knew the scallywag Eve ate the apple? God knew she ate the apple. Because after they ate the apple,
Scallywag Eve.
they began to put on clothes. They were innocent before they ate the apple. They didn't know they were naked. They didn't even know what being naked was.
Facts.
But when they began to put on the clothes, they began to lose their innocence. They became aware.
Mm-hmm.
Aha, you ate the apple. In the case of Alicia Andrews, they knew she was lying and she was 100% involved in this Julio homicide, and that she wasn't just with her boyfriend going along unaware what he was doing.
Yeah,
because
that's what
she
she's trying to
began
say.
Tell lies.
That's what she's trying to say.
Okay? When you say, I wore a mask when I went to the club that Foolio was at to confirm he was there because I'm pregnant and I didn't want to get smoke or inhale smoke. And then they play a footage of you and Davion Murphy and your boyfriend at the McDonald's, and he's smoking a black and mild, in the vehicle
Facts.
that you're in without a mask, they say no. You
Facts. Checkmate. Got him. Got him. And on top of that, if you pregnant, you might want to be home resting while you at a party where everybody's probably smoking and drinking and having, a good time, and who's getting wild and all that type of shit. You know what I mean? Who wants to do that, right? Don't make sense, bro.
not afraid of smoke. You obviously wore that mask for other reasons.
You sliding
smoke.
You sliding on people with a baby in your belly? Who does that? Who slides with a baby in your belly? Like, that's some gangster shit, I guess, right? Oh, shit.
At all. But the lies didn't stop here. All right? They began to now ask her, hold on. You went to multiple locations and multiple spots. Foolio was at. But you never went in fully. Like, you never fully went in. Why?
Cameras, probably.
She got caught up in another lie.
Right.
She told them, well, we went up to the bouncer and they said we needed this much to get in. So we said that was too expensive and we left. I'm going to stop thinking y'all smarter than the police, man.
Facts.
Did you also ask her about the teasers?
It did say, though, the devil is not going to come, obviously, looking, basically with his real looks. He going to come looking pretty, soft-spoken, nice. You got to pay attention, man. For those who are children of the Most High God, majority of us have the discernment. We could feel it, the bad energy, right? And some of the majority of the demons, they know, right? If not all, they know, right? So they don't want to be around us. You get me? You could tell, man. You could tell, bro. You could tell, bro.
Video.
Yes.
And specifically, was there statements made during that interview about what she did when she was there?
Yes.
Okay. What did she say specifically she was doing there?
She said she went to the Teasers Club potentially to patronize it, to go inside, and claimed that she went up to the bouncer at the front door, asked how much it was to get in, and after hearing the price, they decided not to go into the club.
Did you confront her with the video footage at the Teasers video?
Yes.
And after you had told her...
The cop face looks like he's just over the shit. Like, he looks like she did it, bro. Like, she did it. Why do I even have to be here to do all this shit? Look, like, he looks like, damn, like, she did it.
That she never did that. Did her reason change as to why she didn't go in?
No.
Did you also talk to her about the Truth 18 video?
Yes.
And what was the reason why she gave for not going into the Truth 18 video?
That Isaiah Sanchez doesn't like packed places. But she also claimed to have gone up to the bouncer and inquired about going in there as well.
And did she ever go into the Truth 18, up those stairs that lead up to Truth 18?
No, she did not.
Have any contact with any of the bouncers or employees that were inside of the Truth 18?
No, ma'am.
I urge all of y'all to watch the full interrogation footage. Like, you could see the moment they realized, oh yeah, she a suspect.
Yeah.
It started off
you guys should watch
as them
it. It's
kind
crazy.
of talking to her as if, like, she was their daughter. Now, I know that's a strategy when it comes to detectives, bro.
Yeah.
But
Facts.
you could kind of tell they didn't know for a fact if she knew what was going on. They was kind of trying to coax her into kind of giving up the other guys. But once she began to tell obvious and blatant lies, such as this one, that's when they, oh, you knew.
Mm-hmm.
Because just like Eve, all right, God knew Eve ate the apple because Eve realized that she was naked.
Exactly.
How do you know what naked is if you was not aware before you ate the apple, right?
Facts.
Like, they didn't even know what, like, anything was. That apple gave them the knowledge. With this is, if you was innocent, you wouldn't feel the need to lie about the simple things that could be proven. Like, for example, she tells the detectives, I've never seen Sean Garthright in my life. I don't know who he is. Sean Garthright is the pretty light-skinned boy who was apparently like the biggest savage ever. He's the one who shot Julio Foolio in the foot earlier that year, and then ultimately was one of the 3 shooters who shot and killed Foolio in Tampa. She says she ain't never seen him a day in her life.
That boy said the pretty light-skinned boy. Like, we ain't gonna just let that go like he did just say that shit. Why? Why you gotta add the pretty in there? That don't even make no sense, bro. But shout out to him, though. You know what I mean?
Come to find out, they got video footage of Sean Garthright, her boyfriend Gunna, and her riding in the same car to go to Tampa. So once she said that about Sean Garthright, oh, they know, yeah, for sure. She's a willing participant.
Facts, I believe that.
That's
too.
why she's lying about things that could be verified. That's when I believe
She
became, you're gonna get charged for that. She probably was gonna be offered some type of deal, like, hey, you can testify against these guys. You can probably get off in like a year or 2.
Nah,
probably get charged with accessory.
Hell nah.
But the moment you start lying to cover things up, yeah. First,
And you gangster, right? You gonna deal with what comes with gangster.
At some point, did you show her the cell phone mapping on your computer in that interview room with her?
Yes, I did.
And what was the point of doing that?
Again, just trying to get her all the information so she can make an informed decision.
Did you show her photographs of Sean Garthright?
Yes, I did.
Did you pull them up on your computer, on your laptop, and ask her whether or not she knew who this person was?
Yes, I did.
I'll show you States Exhibit 36A, States Exhibit 36B. Is 36A the photograph that you showed her and pulled up on your laptop?
Yes.
And did she say or give you any information as to his identity?
The crazy part about this shit is, bro, is like they are like young as shit, bro. Young as shit. And they about to get life and all kinds of shit, bro. Like, what? That's basically straight out of high school and you already retired. But in a bad way. You're not traveling and living life and enjoying your life. You're in a jail cell, getting raped. You know what I mean? Well, let me say graped, because I don't want to put the R in there. I don't know how the algorithm is. But getting graped, beat up, stabbed. Like, bro, what? Like, who does that, bro? That's how you know the devil is busy, bro. Because it's like you're doing shit that makes no sense at the end of the day. You can't, even if you were to get paid to do these things, you ain't got the time to spend it because you're in jail for life. Nothing, bro. Like, what? Oh, my gosh.
She said she had no idea who this was.
At some point, who did she say she was staying at the Airbnb with?
She said the only people staying at the Airbnb were her boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, and who she referred to as his little brother.
Did she ever identify who the little brother was?
No.
When you showed her that photograph, States Exhibit 36B, did she ever say she knew anything about him?
No.
And did she say she could she identify who was in 36B?
She said she didn't know.
Did you question her in depth about the type of car that she rode in, the black Impala?
Yes.
Did you and Sergeant Campbell also question her about whether or not she had seen a black Impala either at Teasers or Truth 18?
Correct.
Based on the video evidence in this case, is it clear that she that she rode in a black Impala, the black Impala in this case, from Sean Garthright's house in Jacksonville all the way down to the Airbnb in Tampa?
She did.
All the way down to
courtroom and playing it on folks' face.
All the way down to the hotel in Tampa. See? You drove all that way and you didn't know a bit of what was going down. Like, you in the same car, all these things. What? Lies, bro.
Bro, you would have been better off, man, just taking a life.
Lies.
Just taking life imprisonment and not waste them folks' time, bro. I don't know why you would even do some stuff like this, bro. Why would you even get...
But yeah, man, so... Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy work, bro. Crazy work. How you even throw your life away like that? That shit don't even make sense, bro. How do you throw your life away like that? that easy. Like, it's nothing, bro. Like, you're worth nothing. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Wow, bro. But it is what it is, though. Everybody get to choose the life they want, you know, and that's what it is. That's the life you choose. And on top of that, you chose that life as a youngin'. So you ain't really get to do nothing, experience different foods, travel, family, nothing. Nothing. And you're basically going into the prison with grown-ass people, bro. Grown-ass grown-ups. Solid people, like, as in...
Disconnected.
As in,
Power off.
As in, basically, they're way more mature than you, way more stronger than you, could overpower you, right? And do whatever they want with you. And, you know what I'm saying? Instead of focusing on what you want to become in life and shit like that, bro. That's crazy work, bro. But it is what it is, man. We out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see y'all on the next hot topic, all right? Whatever is going down. Like, comment, subscribe.